The witness is dead. The final shape brought a whirlwind of a week. The beauty of the pale heart, the hardest raid we've ever seen in Destiny, and most importantly, Crow's new haircut. Bungie cooked. The microwave was running, the oven was preheated, and the cream was getting bruleed. After the mess and community outcry over the Lightfall year, final shape surpassed all expectations. While the witness took center stage, I want to focus on what I feel is a more interesting aspect of our main antagonist, the dissenters. I will be honest, while I may have been the first lore creator to fully understand the witness was not the winnower but instead the first knife, one thing I didn't see coming was some of the consciousnesses inside the witness fighting back. For years we have seen the witness's shame without even knowing it. Those veiled statues, first seen at the end of the Shadowkeep campaign, may have been trying to help us all along to fight the witness. And it's through their help that we were finally able to defeat the witness. Without these veiled voices, the witness would have been able to achieve their final shape. Give yourself to darkness was said many times by the veiled dissenters in the final shape campaign, because using darkness was the only way to beat the witness and free them from an unknown amount of time trapped inside the witness. The first statue we ever saw was at the end of the Shadowkeep campaign. This statue aboard the lunar pyramid showed Eris stasis, which was the very first look at the new subclass that would be showcased in Beyond Light. Then in the Beyond Light campaign, another statue showed us stasis and how to use it each time we communed with it. For a long time, we thought the witness gave us stasis to corrupt us, but it was not the witness that showed us stasis, but these statues. Ghost even remarks in the Witch Queen campaign that something has to be piloting these ships. And now we know it was the dissenters. The witness removed them from their collective body and froze them in perfect shape forever. To what degree the dissenters had control, I will be honest, I am not sure. Was it the dissenters that gave us the ziggurat, or did the witness do it in reaction to the dissenters showing us stasis? I will be honest, I don't have those type of answers at this time. But personally, I think it was the veiled statues all along. Because it was also a veiled statue we had to commune with on Europa that revealed to us deep sight. All of these things were shown and given to us by those that wanted to put us on a path to defeating the witness. And that also kind of brings us to clarity control. Clarity control is a little different. As she moves, she sings, she's very large, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. She's very beautiful, but she's large. But she may have been trying to help Clovis, using darkness to show him how to build an army that can never truly die. Darkness is said to corrupt, but we have also seen people wielding the light, using their power to enslave and kill. Is it truly darkness that corrupts, or is it just having godlike power? And if it does in fact corrupt, like it has with so many, maybe everything they have shown and offered humanity has been a test to see if we'd be able to handle darkness itself. All of these veiled statues, including clarity control with Clovis, taught us and gave us something darkness related. Has the witness actually ever given us anything? Like I said, we assumed the witness gave us stasis, but did they really? The witness never even gave Oryx anything. Oryx had to force his way to commune with the witness by slaying a worm god. Only then was he allowed to learn the power to take. For all this time, one of our greatest allies was mysterious statues waiting to be saved. But why? Why and how did these dissenters come to be? If the witness was truly perfect and truly one being with many voices, then surely everyone had to be on the same page, right? Well, let's take a look at the Raid Sparrow turmoil engine, as I feel it gives us a great look at how and why the dissenter statues exist. It abandoned us, left us without meaning. We will find it, make meaning out of nothing, create it. You're chasing something that doesn't want to be found. We're truly cursed, bereft in spirit without the abstract construction of purpose from an entity we do not understand. Dissenting words, you are an anomaly. Yes, anomalous. It is not us. I am you. Against my will, I was sanded away over time, powerless to exert influence within this vessel. You will not take what remains of me, my thoughts. We will. We do not cloud our goals with meaningless dissent. Dissent, be gone. The anomaly has been corrected. The witness was in a constant battle with itself, and those that wanted to take the vessel on a different path were slowly eroded away until finally they were cut out of the body completely, disconnected from the whole. But does this contradict the final shape of Collector's Edition lore? In one of the final pages in this book, one member who would eventually become the witness tries to convince his friend to come home and join them. My friend, the consensus has won. Yesterday the penitent voted aye. The nihilists and sophists have been destroyed. We will excavate and shepherd the universe to its final shape. We will prune away its dead branches and coax forth its full potential. Subversives and defectors, we did not strike first, nor did we choose our response lightly. It had been so long since I wielded pruning shears, I had forgotten how. My hand shook. I could only imagine how you would have looked at me. But it is over now. What has been done is done. They were the last, and now we are all in consensus. After our excavation, we will no longer know the shape of your absence. What we are becoming will not be capable of doubt or dissent. It will never have been capable of such things. We will forget our pain, our strife, our petty grudges, our prejudices. It will no longer exist, and therefore will never have existed. And when we have completed the process and thrown off our lesser selves, we will be perfect. In this final letter, it seems like everyone who would have been opposed to the goals of what would become the witness have been killed off. And even if there are doubts, they plan on cutting out any memory or the doubt from their very being. So two things could have happened. Either the author of this lore page was wrong and thought they'd be able to cut away their own doubts. Or two, after billions of years, some people inside the vessel started thinking it was a lost cause. I am leaning more towards the second personally. I think that shows even more the failure of the final shape design. Because to the witness, they were the perfect being, one in sync forever. One purpose, one desire, one mission. But even something made perfect will fall apart eventually. Let me put it another way. Thousands of people can be on a single ship traveling across the ocean. Everyone on that vessel wants to get to their destination. But if the trip takes too long, eventually people will start to question the captain. They will have their own ideas of the path they should take, or wish to abandon the cruise altogether for a closer or safer docking point. Some will be accused of sea madness and separated from the group, as to not allow their crazy ideas to infect the crew. Others will be tossed overboard so that the captain can safely guide the ship on its desired path. But the witness didn't throw them overboard to their deaths. The witness could have easily killed them and been rid of the dissenters for good. Why let them live? I think there is one of two reasons. First being that to kill them would to admit that they were wrong, that they failed. Or two, which I think is much more likely, due to the connection with the veil, the dissenters were still needed. The witness is visibly distressed when we start hacking away at the statues. Each death made the witness weaker and weaker. The witness needed them to stay mentally connected to the vessel while also not allowing them any decision-making power. Losing even a single connection would cause the witness as a whole to be less powerful. And in those final moments of the witness, we see the facade fall apart. The witness has always said we and us. So why did it sometimes say I towards the end of its life?
I don't understand.
As we slowly remove parts of itself, the real witness comes through. I think the real witness is the penitent. They were the ones who voted to have their civilization turned into the witness, and seemed to be the main faction in control of their government. All the other factions followed suit, but in the end, only one faction really made that call. In fact, it seems they cut off parts of their own name between when we first learned about them in lore and this final page. They used to be called Merciful, Penitent, Benefic, dropping the Merciful and Benefic from their names and just going by Penitent. I believe this is the eye of the witness. The lie was they were always in agreement with the other factions. If anyone disagreed with the direction of the real witness, they were labeled dissenters and cast out. We did a great job today. How many times have you heard a boss say that right before taking all the credit for the team's success? The we is there to make you feel like you matter, but in reality, only the head person is in charge. And that is the lie of the witness, that they were in cohesion, that they were truly one, that they were perfect. The lie that life only has meaning if you let someone else guide and control you. And that lie was exposed, front and center, for all of us, in final shape. Thank you all for watching this video, and a special thank you to my best Muffin and Above members, Pulse, Prince Mav, Son of a Mitch, and a thank you to my VIP Discord members, Puddles, Amid, Broken Pebbles, Away Galaxy, Pulse, Quick Draws, Sir Hobbit, and SYNJ. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and comment. And remember, hunters never die.
Hunters never die. Hunters never